have all heard about AIDS. It's on our TV. Our newspapers are full of it. They talk about it at seminars. We have life skills education in schools. And yet for most South Africans, and probably for the most of Africa, discussing safer sex and AIDS, especially amongst teenagers, is still taboo. The facts are staggering, especially when one thinks that every day approximately 1,500 men, women and children, mainly between the ages of 15 and 29, become yet another statistic of the AIDS pandemic. This means by 2005, 1 in 5 economically active South Africans is likely to be infected. And what's really frightening, despite the efforts of many organizations, there is still widespread ignorance about AIDS. For many, it's still a myth. And for others, well, it's someone else's problem, isn't it? In 1993, Old Mutual, an international financial services group and Africa's largest life assurer, introduced the I Have Hope AIDS Peer Group project as part of its multifaceted AIDS initiative. Christo Greyling, who was diagnosed HIV positive in 1987, and his wife Liesel are presenting this program on behalf of Old Mutual and dedicate all of their time to it. The challenge of the project is to make peer group leaders of all racial and cultural groups in South Africa intensely aware of the realities of AIDS. As they accept responsibility for their own sexual behavior and act upon their understanding of AIDS, the peer leaders, in their unique way, bridge the communication gap caused by cultural differences. The I Have Hope project is dynamic and changes the lives of people reached through the project. The project has 4 phases. A regional representative from the Education Department is asked to run the project with Old Mutual. All stages of the project and the benefits for the school as well as the community are explained to interested headmasters. Each school selects 1 teacher and 5 peer group leaders between the ages of 15 and 18. As AIDS and sexuality is a loaded topic, Christo also briefs parents of the participating pupils. The awareness phase consists of a 3-day workshop, where Christo relates much of his own experience of living with HIV. The workshop, which is presented in a fresh, interesting and practical way, has 4 components. A sensitizing component, where pupils are exposed to their own prejudices and lack of information. An information component, where accurate information is shared on the working and progression of HIV, as well as on sexuality. The facing reality component is often the turning point for many. For the first time, the peer leaders realize that an HIV-positive person could easily be someone they know and love. By visiting the blood transfusion service and centers which care for people with HIV and AIDS, they get a chance to interact with HIV-positive people. During the day, their attitudes begin to change radically. Because of the emotional impact, the peer leaders are debriefed and share their experiences with one another. As a symbolic gesture, they are encouraged to light a candle in celebration of life. And as a result, they dedicate themselves to making a difference. After seeing firsthand the real impact of this disease, the leaders are challenged to put a face to HIV and AIDS by planning awareness campaigns in their schools and communities. They are encouraged to be creative. In fact, anything goes. The more creative, the better. The third phase is reaching out. Plans made at the workshop now need to be translated into action. The peer leaders are inspired to make a difference, and over the next 6 months they implement their innovative and creative projects in their schools and communities. Follow-up sessions are held with the teachers and peer leaders. The peer leaders act as role models, as fellow pupils, other teachers, friends, parents and relatives alike join in to spread a message of hope. A competition is run amongst the participating schools to recognize the hard work and commitment of the peer leaders. The schools are evaluated on their projects by submitting a report on what they have done. This phase highlights the incredible difference that the peer leaders can make, often in the face of much resistance. Their creativity in initiating awareness projects in their schools and communities, and the contribution that their campaign has made to AIDS service organizations are key factors in deciding a winner. The I Have Hope project runs on passion. The overwhelming success can be attributed to the commitment and involvement of pupils, teachers, parents and friends who keep momentum going throughout.
Definitely we are going to make a change, and we are going to make other people aware of AIDS and how it affects us and how it can also affect them.
People with AIDS are normal people like you and me, because we went and met people with AIDS, and they're very loving and caring. When somebody has AIDS, you must accommodate her or him, and you must give him love, all those things.
It's just wonderful, I think, the personal touch. Talking to people, listening to their story of contracting the virus, and seeing that they're normal. That's amazing, and just to see their energy for lifestyle, that's made me open my eyes quite a bit.
I was able to reach out to a lot of people by doing the little mini projects that we did as part of a school, and then actually going out into the community. And to me, doing that is just shown to me that I'm capable of spreading the word of awareness of AIDS to the people around me.
I want to go on with this thing. I don't want to end here. I want to send this message all over the world.
The Peer Group project has broken down many barriers and built bridges within our multicultural society. During the process, the peer leaders develop their leadership skills and grow in self-esteem. Their enthusiasm results in a multiplying effect as they inspire others to join them in their quest to make a difference. The I Have Hope AIDS Peer Group project plays a definitive role in addressing the AIDS crisis amongst our youth in South Africa. The project has touched many lives, and its success cannot be measured in terms of numbers alone, because this project is about people, and especially young people, who now have an understanding of AIDS and compassion for those infected with and affected by the disease. You can play a vital role in helping to curb the devastating effects of AIDS by initiating or participating in a similar program. The future, with all its challenges, beckons.